Well, still some stuff sitting around, but much better, and got the front of the engine area cleaned up, oil dry cleaned up, so now I can get to yanking this engine out. So far it's going pretty smooth, but I did run into one snag, which is the way the auto trans lines are routed underneath the power steering pump. I left the pump in the car because I didn't feel like dealing with the mess yet. So I just need to possibly just remove the reservoir from the bracket, or there's a clamp that holds the lines to the engine mount as well. So just got to see what I need to do to kind of untwist those. I think that's all that's holding it up now, so we'll see. Probably gonna have to put the hood in the service position, that way the engine hoist doesn't hit it, but that's easy. So, snag number 2. There is a chassis, like, I wouldn't really call it a cross member, but a bar that runs across the chassis. You can kind of see it here, that I didn't take off. It has a 17mm on either side. With that still on, the trans isn't clearing it. It's kind of getting stuck between the front of the trans and the back of the pan. So I need to remove that, and then hopefully that gives me enough clearance to get this thing yanked out. Let's try this again. And just like that, it's out. There's a few things now I want to pull off the M44 since it's out. A few sensors, the water pump's new, so I want to keep that just in case I ever have another M44 car. Half of the trans harness is on it, which I can reuse to rewire the reverse lights on the manual swap. So pull that off. I think there's a cam or crank sensor on it. A couple little things I see, some fasteners. And then I'm going to list it for scrap because I don't feel like dealing with it, and I had listed it for sale before. Nobody wanted to buy it, so hopefully a scrapper picks it up today or tomorrow and gets it out of the driveway. And then it's on to the engine bay of this. Now that the engine's out, I can get a good look of what's going on. I'm not sure if the power steering system in this car leaks or if the oil pan on the engine was leaking, but it was leaving a puddle of fluid underneath. As you can see, I have quite a trail to clean up. Anyway, this car needs motor mounts for sure. They both tore, which is pretty common. They're probably factory mounts or close to it, so it'll get new mounts. Just gives me a better idea. I broke the hose from a pressure washer, so I ordered a new one. That should be here today, and then I can pressure wash the engine bay and pretty much get it prepped for the new engine. Once I get the engine bay prepped, I can see what the power steering setup looks like, see if it's actually leaking over a couple of days. I know I have to swap pumps with the other car, but that's easy. And I have to put the 6-cylinder sway bar on the front before the engine can go in. Also looks like there's some covers missing at the HVAC unit. I think there's supposed to be some covers and filters. So I just got to see what all I need to transplant from the other car before the engine goes in. Because like firewall back, I don't want to have anything to do once the engine's in. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Like I said, pressure wash this the next day or two, and just yank some sensors off the engine and say goodbye to the M44. This car will officially have an M52 in it in the next couple weeks. So thanks for watching.